We're here on Vancouver's downtown east side on the 34th annual March for Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women and Girls. Joining me today is MLA of Vancouver Strathcona, Joan Phillip. Nice to see you.
How do you do?
And Grand Chief Sir Phillip of the Union BC Indian Chiefs. Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you.
How many years have you been coming down to this march now, Joan?
Ooh, let's see, probably 10 years? Longer?
Grand Chief?
About 25 years.
Grand Chief, what do you want to say about this crisis that still continues to plague every Indigenous community across this country?
It's an appalling disgrace that reflects badly on many governments throughout the entire world. It's rooted in racism, misogynistic notions of women, and it's incredibly debilitating to all of our societies. And there's a very brutal and tragic dimension to all of this. We've lost so many Indigenous women and girls, and men and boys also, as a consequence of racialized violence, hate, and unfortunately the world is moving in that direction very quickly. And this day is, on the one hand, it's a very powerful day. It brings families of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls together. We hold each other up, we share stories. It's a reminder to society at large that this is an outstanding issue, and we will not take a step backwards. We will continue to press governments to be fully accountable, to police agencies to be fully accountable, and it's because we have such a deep love for our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren, and we don't want to see them in those terrible circumstances. So we're here for the long haul. It's good to see a lot of people that, we see at least once a year here, and we energize each other. So on the one hand, it's powerful, it's an uplifting experience, but it's rooted in horrible brutality of colonization, neo-colonization.
Absolutely. Joan, now as an MLA, this is your second term as an MLA here in BC. What is the BC government doing to combat MMIWG cases?
We know something, in spite of the fact that we're one of the few jurisdictions across the country that have adopted the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. We've got an action plan, but we know much more needs to get done.
Indeed, much more needs to get done, and certainly the crowd here behind us is evident that cases are still right on the forefront of everybody's minds. There's still so many cases of unsolved cases of murdered, missing Indigenous women and girls across this country. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Nice to see you as always, Grand Chief. Thank you so much. And back to you in studio.